Yeah, welcome to this video. After some break, after Wijk, which really was a very, very long tournament and lots of content that I produced, I'm back with some stuff here. Live game, 15-minute game on the ICC. And we have got a King's Indian classical variation where black played a quick knight to d7. Yeah, in a fairly typical King's Indian pawn structure. Yeah, now white threatens knight d2. This is really a threat because it sets up the ideal piece configuration, and he didn't attend to this threat. So this should be very comfortable for me now. Yeah, he opts for this b6 a5 setup to try to block the queen side. The problem is that you never really get the queen side completely blocked, so I could play a3 b4 if I want, or I could play on the king side. This is the good thing, I've not castled yet, so also king side play is quite interesting. Or let's say this is not the prelude to an attack, but I'm trying to prevent f5 in the long run. a3 b4 would also be fine, but I like this way to play the King's Indian, trying to reduce the counterplay to nothing. And now h4 h5 f5 I can just take 2 times and open up the G file. So now the G file is opened. White also has the square e4. Yeah, this is an interesting moment now, knight c5. One possible way to play this is to simply capture this knight and then play a knight to e4. Just one way. But this bishop can also be a useful piece, the e3 bishop, protecting f2 and trying to sort of keep the position together. But okay, this is still tempting, getting the e4 square. So yeah, bishop to d3 I could play, protecting f5. Yeah, let's start with this move. Okay, just played this in simple fashion. And now I've got e4. The plan now is queen e2 and long castle. At the end, trying to play with the knight on e4 against the bishop on g7. The only problem is that I'm not so well developed. This could be a problem. I need to be a bit cautious for the next couple of moves that that my piece coordination is good enough to play this. Queen g4 is a possibility also. So I would gain 1 or 2 moves, then it's no doubt that I would have a really substantial advantage, but it's not so clear if my coordination is good enough. Rook f4 could be a problem. He attacks the h4 pawn. Yeah, this is a problem. Oh, interesting. Yeah, one way to go here is knight g5. It's a very direct move. just attacking this, or trying to play a knight e6, attacking both the rook and the queen, but he's on c4. He could take c4, but I can play knight e6 then. It's not a terrible idea. What else? I could play h5, simple move. Okay, come on, let's play h5. Don't spend too much time. He could play knight f6 now, attacking the knight on e4. Okay, I would probably reply queen e2. Yeah, the position isn't totally clear, really. One idea could be a knight f6 now, queen e2 takes, and queen d7, intending queen f5, or intending rook f8. Bishop to h6. Interesting. Okay, this could be played just to prevent long castles. Of course, yeah. I could rook g1 check. I could go king to h8 and rook g4, trying to get rid of the rook at least. Maybe I should do that. Okay. This rook is an annoying piece. I try to exchange it. The idea now is just take on f4 and play queen g4. If he goes rook to b8, I'll probably just play b3. I know this position looks a tad shaky. It looks a bit shaky. So what now? Yeah, probably I need to take this. He takes with the pawn. Now I can play queen f3. This should be okay. Take with the bishop. Yeah, well, probably the same. Probably the same. Queen f3 and then probably king e2. Rook b8. I just play b3. This isn't a big deal. Interesting that he could consider to take with the pawn, queen f3, and then a move like queen to e8. Interesting. Yeah, and possibly bishop g7 coming. That's not a bad idea. Okay, queen to f3. Let's or something. Is there something else? Yeah, I probably also need to block this pawn. So f3 is not possible at some point. I'd like to castle long if he allows me to do that. Queen e8, I can just castle, I think. Cannot take h5. Rook h1 is the problem. Queen e8, yeah, he can take on e4, of course. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4, and yeah, bishop g7 maybe, attacking the b pawn. I'd love to get a knight to e6 then, but it's not easy. Yeah, black is probably okay here. The bishop on g7 is an active piece. To play bishop g7 and rook b8, attacking the b2 pawn, and if I have castle long, then of course my king is also under fire. Yeah, it's not easy to decide on the best move order here for black. I probably just take e4, keep it simple. Also just then taking on e4 and queen e7 is certainly not bad. Yeah, this e takes f4 move was a good decision. This really gives him ideas on the long diagonal. Also queen e7 to e5 might be a possibility. Yeah, black is fine here. Queen e7, also good. Queen e7, long castles, and yeah, or this one. Okay, I need to castle long. There's okay, I just recognized if I castle long, he takes on e4, and I take with a knight. He's got the move queen to a4. Yeah, well, do I have much choice? Probably not. If he takes on e4 and I would take with the queen, what about this move? He can play f3 check, yeah. Okay. I take with the knight. Yeah, I don't really like this position. I take with the knight, queen a4. I could play queen b3 after queen a4. Not sure if the check f3 is such a big deal. If on knight e4 and queen e5, what do I play against this? Queen e5. Yeah, it's really not so great here. Knight e4, that's queen e5 also. Queen e5, bishop g7. My knight doesn't really have a good post. This is a problem. It doesn't have a secure square somewhere. Queen e4, queen takes h5. I have always rook h1. Yeah, this is probably not a big problem. Yeah, okay, let's play this. I don't really like it, but I don't see that queen takes e4 is any better. Yeah, something went wrong here in the last couple of moves. Black certainly has a fine position. Yeah, this is always possible. First playing rook b8. Yeah, the b file. And he's still got this queen a4. Yeah. Queen a4 is a very, very annoying move. I cannot play something like b3. This would be suicidal on the long diagonal. Yeah, how do I defend against this? It's not at all easy. Yeah, maybe I should try something like this. On queen a4, play rook c1, rook c1, rook c2, and just trying to defend all this. It's not very enterprising, but what can you do? If I would get a couple of moves like rook c1, c2, queen d3, f3, I would start to make a bit of sense again, but black is certainly fine. Also, I just thought that if he plays bishop g7, rook d2, queen e5, how do I cover all this? Yeah, this is probably very good for black. Yeah, of course he finds all those moves. Rook d2, queen e5. How do I cover b2? And also, if I got this knight hanging, yeah, probably I need to play something like this. It's not great, but maybe I can get the knight to b5 later. At least blocking the b file. If he goes queen e5 now, which would attack the knight. Yeah, probably I need to play rook d3, right? Or move the king again, king to c2, very ugly move. Well, rook d3 isn't exactly great either. Or maybe king c2 after all. Yeah, okay, I need to get going here. Rook b4, maybe just b3. It is ugly. Rook b4, b3 is really, really ugly. Do I have something else? Queen d3. Yeah, maybe. Queen d3. Idea being a3, rook somewhere, b8 or something, and then knight b5. Oh no, b2 is hanging. But this could be an idea if you would take the pawn now. Yeah, probably he can just take the pawn. I mean, it's not... I don't have anything great after that. Okay, let's push this rook back and then play knight b5. Of course, on knight b5 he might just play queen e5 again. Yeah, it's not much fun, yeah. Okay. So what can I do? Yeah, queen e5. I was thinking I could maybe play queen c3, but this is of course a very stupid move. Okay. Yeah, well, it's yeah, it's always amazing sometimes that he's not covering c7 or something, just playing, probably just playing the best, most active moves. Queen e2 is the idea. Okay, but I must take. It's no, don't have a big choice. Okay, and I need to get the pawn out of the long diagonal. I still have some chances because I've got this 3 against 2, and okay. I can take first, and then play knight to e6. I've got a majority here, 2 against 1 now, which might net me some pass pawn. And now I'm threatening rook b8 mate. I could have checked also and then play knight e6 check and take here. This would have been interesting. What?
Checkmate.
Okay. This was a bit of a sudden end of this game. He played really well. Just one really bad slip with bishop e3. I think I'm probably okay now. Oh, the computer actually gives white a big advantage after taking and king e4. Yeah, I'm very active. I was pretty sure that I'm okay now, but
checkmate.
This was, of course, quite amazing. Yeah, here I'm just outplayed. I mean, he really outplayed me. I can only play passive defense here.
Check.
But maybe this wasn't so great after all. White now definitely has got play. He's got an extra pawn, of course, but it's just at the moment the h7 pawn. And of course this is a pass pawn and potentially dangerous, but it's not doing so much at the moment. And I'm quick here with my pawns and my activity. The king now on d3 is an asset, can be used as an attacking piece. Yeah, this is probably all right already, but I simply I really misplayed this position, this opening. Yeah, my coordination wasn't good enough for this kind of play. Here, queen g4 is an alternative, maybe. The idea being that I can flick this in, something like this. It's probably better. Yeah. Well, interesting game. He really played a good game. Only at the end he overlooked the mate in 1. Other than that, he played really fine. Yeah. Thanks for watching. An interesting game, nevertheless. And I'll be back soon.